Sometimes we let a mess get so out of control that it's hard to know where to begin. Alright, we're making some progress on the clean out. You can see it's opening up a little bit. We got rid of some of the junk through the TV box up there, picked up all the scrap wood, definitely making progress slowly. But I'm having a thought. This is all part of a bigger problem here. The problem is that I don't have a way to organize the things we own. So I have a lot of tools and nowhere good to put them, and I stuff them in different places. And we have a lot of scrap wood that we want to keep, but we don't have a good place to put it, so it just gets stuffed in different places. When you start stuffing things because they don't have a home, you start getting disorganized. And then when you want to put stuff away, you have no place for it, so you just drop it on the floor, you put it on top of something. So here, the main point I'm trying to get to is that we need organization. So I'm thinking that I need to build a workspace where I can organize all my tools and all my wood and all my junk and all the stuff that we're keeping. And that way we can take stuff like this pallet back here. Where is it? We got a pallet back here full of stuff that we want, but it's just a pile. And that does us no good. So what I'm thinking I want to do is make use of these kitchen cabinets that we have over here. We have a pallet full of cabinets because they were just kind of a bad order that we made and weren't able to use them in our house. They're just going to waste. So why don't I try to put those cabinets together and make a row of cabinets along that back wall to organize my tools in. That's my idea right now. So this is the back corner where I'm thinking about building the cabinets in. Just along this wall, from the post over here, I don't know if you can see it, but just to the corner. And now I gotta clear this out, get this metal cabinet out of here, see if that's worth keeping, and this old wood stove. Doesn't look like it's in bad shape, it's just an old barrel stove. Looks like a big mouse nest in it, or a squirrel nest. You know, these have been here since we moved in. This is a picnic table leg set. Wonder if I should pick up some boards and make a picnic table. That'd be fun, kind of fun. Chimney.
Where are we going with it? South.
Making big progress clearing out this area. Just kind of shoving everything out of the way for now. I'm not sure how well this is going to work to build cabinets in here. The floor is very uneven. We got the post in the way. So let us finish getting it cleaned out, and then we'll look at the cabinets, see what we can make happen.
You have to take that shelf above the window off too.
Yeah. I think there's a dead moth here that looks pretty cool.
I definitely want to keep that one.
The space is clear. I see what I have to work with, and I think we can actually make use of a lot of these cabinets, if not all of them. So that's going to be really cool. So I guess the next step is just assembling the cabinets. and then just trying to put them in where we think they look good. Are you gonna help me assemble these? We're gonna do them fast.
That fell down right next to me. Ew!
Terrifying spiders.
Well guys, we got our first cabinet built, went really smoothly. It's actually pretty awesome to have this together. So now that we got that done and we know what we're doing, the rest of them should go a little bit smoother, quicker, faster. What?
Look what was in my earmuffs.
Why?
I felt something in there.
While you were
That was
wearing-
in there that whole time.
A spider?
Don't you look in first?
A daddy long leg was in my ear things for like 15 minutes while I was wearing it.
We're on our last base cabinet, so you guys might see we got all those assembled. It's a new day. We're finishing up the last of these cabinets. Once we get this last one assembled, we're going to figure out our layout, try to put them in place.
They're hard to put in.
We're all done with the base cabinets. I'm not going to put the doors on the two 12-inch bases yet because I don't know which way I want them to swing. So now we're going to try to get our layout. Once Ashley and I figure out how we want it to look, we'll start installing them. We'll show you guys that process. Oh, that's heavy. Okay, I think I got a pretty good layout in my mind. This thing sticks out, so I got to get rid of this panel. It looks like it used to be a door, has hinges on it, and the metal is cut out on the back side of this. I have no idea why they would have a door here, but it's nailed down. So let me get my pry bar. Oh, I see some more screws. See, isn't that strange? It had hinges. Now I gotta take down this dirty shelf. So here's the plan. This floor might get a little damp. It's extremely unlevel, just a poured concrete floor. We want to make sure these cabinets are kind of level and also going to last a long time. So the plan is to not rest them on the floor. I don't know how well this is going to work, but we're going to treat them as wall cabinets and kind of suspend them off the floor a little bit. We're going to screw them to the wall, and then we're going to shim under the front of it to hold up the extra weight. So I think that'll work fine. Let me just see how level that is. I'm not going to worry about perfection here.
Hold them low to the floor in case you drop them.
I'm going to have to trim the bottom of this one off the same way. It just, the floor is a little bit high. Perfecto. These cabinets are going in so well. We got one more cabinet to put in and barely enough space to put it. If this cabinet fits, it's almost like we planned this. It's going to be amazing. So let's see if we can squeeze it between that post and finish this up.
Oh, that fit in like perfect. How? It was like it was meant to be.
Yeah. There we go. Guys, would you look at this? It looks so cool. It's almost like we really did plan this. It fit perfectly. All of the cabinets from our cabinet disaster. Okay, now that these are in, you can see down here they're not actually resting on the floor. They got gap syndrome, so we're gonna fix that. We're gonna be loading these cabinets with a lot of weight, so we want it to be really strong. And Ashley and I were just brainstorming. We came up with a really good idea that I think is gonna work. So we need some 1/2-inch strips of wood. So I got my pieces of wood ripped. These are all 1/2 inch by 1.5 inches. And the idea is to make legs by sliding it between the cabinets, all the way down. I don't wanna let go of it, but I guess it's fine. But what it'll do is, it'll go down here. I'll line it up with the face, and then I'll screw it in through to join the two cabinets and create this foot to support them.
Wow.
And since they go up full length, I can screw them anywhere I want to give extra support to it. It'll be plenty fine for a leg. To keep it off the concrete, because it's just pine, I don't want it to rot from moisture, we're going to be using some of this leftover floor underlayment for the laminate flooring, and we're just going to slide it right under the cabinets for these feet to rest on. And that'll be our moisture barrier, vapor barrier, moisture barrier between the concrete and the wood. You can see I have a clamp pushing underneath the cabinet, and that's just to take some of the weight off it, because I want to make sure this is good and tight. You know, it's going to compress the foam. I'm just going to put a screw. Let me push down this. I'm just going to push down as tight as I can. Okay. What do you think of the new cabinets, Belle?
Really nice. No!
What are you doing? And you can kind of see all the legs now. The feet touching the floor. That was a really good solution. Happy with that. This is turning into an epic barn cleaning. And you can see we still got a big mess over here to organize. I'm back and I found these pieces of siding that we have left over. These are just cut-offs of this T111 siding. And what I'm going to do is rip these to 5 inches so I can make some toe kicks. That's not perfect, but it's not bad. So there's a toe kick. I might put another small piece of trim, like a quarter round, just along the floor to tighten up that crack. I mostly don't want a lot of junk getting shoved under there or mice getting, just keep it cleaner. I'm going to see what I can do to make some countertops for this, and then we'll be done. Have a nice little workbench. What do you guys think? Old doors. I have 2 24-inch doors and 3 30-inch doors. Problem is, they're not long enough. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and use these doors. I think they're going to look really cool. I have some OSB, but in the end, this is going to be most ideal. I'm going to use the 30-inch doors. I'm going to rip 4 inches off, which means I'm going to lose these holes, which is good. We're going to have to reinforce it with a strip of wood inside there, and then we should be able to use them as countertops. I'll take the hinges off too. Let's see how this works out. Test run. So I'm going to go for around 26 inches wide. Check out the inside of this door. It has cardboard webbing. So now we got to reinforce this. Even though it's not too bad, it's really not, but I'm going to reinforce it. So far this is looking really good. I cut another door and you can see I got to notch it out right here around this post. But we also need a strip down here to fill up this last part. I think I'll take that off of one of the cutoffs I made. It'll be close enough to get us there. So that's my task right now, is just getting those little pieces done. Cut this out, cut that, and I'll be right back. I got a piece for the end. I cut out my notch. That's looking super clean. So now we got to reinforce it to make sure this back end is stable, because you can see it's flexible without the wood on the end. I flipped these over so I could work on them. So this is going to be the back side. And I prepared these pieces of wood just the same thickness as this opening. It was about a little over 1 1/16 inches. Yeah, so what I want to do is I'm just going to push these cardboard pieces back out of the way a little bit. So now that I got those kind of chipped out of the way, just make sure this is going to fit. Yep. I'm going to glue this all in, top and bottom. Put this piece of wood in here. We're going to staple it in. It's going to be like brand new. There it is. I got the countertops all blocked out. They're actually really nice looking. You can see this end piece wrapped around the corner inside here. Now to just give it some strength and make it one unit, I'm going to pocket hole the bottom side and hook them together. So it's going to essentially be one long countertop. So I'll bring these out flush and join them with screws, join this on the end, and then we'll flip it and hopefully be ready to put it in place. Guys, this project is getting amazing. So I'm ready to flip this countertop over and hope it goes in okay. Luckily it's light. Careful. You guys got to see this counter. Check this out, guys. You wouldn't even know this was doors. Just junk doors that we were going to throw away. There's the one seam, not too bad. And then down here, another seam. You can kind of see it's dark over here. But look at this. We got a beautiful, beautiful workbench going on here. So far, this project has been a huge success. I'm going to go ahead and screw the countertop to the cabinets just from underneath with cabinet screws. Once that's secured, I'm just going to start packing this up and organizing all the junk that we have laying around the barn. This is going to make all the difference in getting this place cleaned up. Okay, we've been making big progress filling up the cabinets, getting rid of some of this mess. It's looking a lot better in here. Emptied some stuff off this cart, and Ashley's been working on this wall. You can see it's emptying out a lot over here.
Basically, I'm just putting it outside for now so we can get rid of all the spider webs and sweep.
And then we're gonna pull stuff back in and put it where it belongs.
Yeah.
But right now I'm gonna turn my attention to this doorway because we have a door for it. When we had the dumpster, we never showed this. We ordered a dumpster previously to throw away a bunch of debris that we had outside. And while we had the dumpster, we pulled that door off and threw it away because it was an old junk door. We just wanted to take advantage of the dumpster. We have a new door. If I install that, that opens up more wall space for us and we can get more cleaning done. So, door install. I guess the first thing I'm going to do is just build a threshold out of this treated lumber we have here to put the door on something besides the concrete.
Looks like a garter snake.
Spider webs first. That way any filth that falls.
I like snakes.
The door's on. It's not perfect, but it works. Let me just see how that works.
Good.
It's not bad.
Wasn't it fun? I forgot about how we used to look for marbles in the creek.
Yeah, that was cool.
I just remember that.
This one is the biggest one of all.
Ouch!
Up you say, like the
What's biting you?
bee.
Really?
Let's see how it looks in different locations. So, like for example, if we put it over here. Where do we want it?
Like that.
We're here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it scared me. Who put a nail right here? Professional. We finally have a spot for our chainsaw off the floor. Can you believe this barn?
No. This is the cleanest it's ever been since we moved in.
Organized to the max. Let me zoom in so you guys can see a better perspective, more true to life. We have a wide angle lens, so when it's zoomed out, it kind of makes everything look bigger than it is. All right, so let us take you on a tour of the new barn. Everything came out so good. You can see this was the main focus of the project, which is building all these kitchen cabinets, putting them in, and getting this countertop installed. This made so much storage, and now we have a smart work area for all the tools and everything.
Yeah.
And what a difference that makes having it out here. So that was the best, that's the big part of this project. But over here we made a dedicated charging station for the electric mower, and it's gonna be out of the doorway in case we need to put anything else in here. And the charger's off the floor, not getting wrecked, so I'm happy about that. So over here on this wall, not too much to show, but Ashley dedicated a lot of time and effort into this wall because it was so cluttered and messy and covered in spider webs, cobwebs.
Yeah, looks so much better now.
And now we have all this room. We can pull a car in here if we need to work. Again, not too much, but we did install the old oven cabinet and we cut out those bottom drawer slots. So we really wanted to make use of this cabinet. This is our biggest disaster cabinet, and that was a stressful experience, so we had to find a use for it. What I did was cut out those bottom drawer slots because we didn't have drawers, and I also took out the bottom drawer. I actually took it out. And now we have huge storage for stuff like my table saw to slide into when I'm not using it, and whatever else we want. We also have the cabinet up here, which we can stuff in. Okay, the last section is the lumber rack. This is something I had built months ago, just a place to quickly throw lumber and get it off the floor. It's been working good for me. I can finally get to it. And I know you guys have been hearing our chicks peeping the whole time, so we'll give you guys a quick chick update. Whoa. And these were all hatched out by the hens, white Chanticleer chicks. And you can see they're getting big and healthy, strong, doing well.
And they're all different sizes because they are about a week and a half from the oldest to the youngest.
Mm-hmm. You want to take one out so we can see it closer up? There it is. Very cool, pretty birds. So Ashley thinks there's about 14 of them in there. We're not really sure. They run around a lot. Pretty good. We probably won't keep them. If we do, we'll keep a few, see how they do. We actually know somebody who would like some, so we'll probably give them away, just see how many they want and figure out the rest. So guys, I guess that's all we have for today. This was a huge project. It actually took us a few days to get it done, but look at the barn. I mean, it's a transformation from beginning to end.
We couldn't even walk in here before. It was a disaster.
And with the home project slowing down and the organization stepping up, we should have no problem keeping it clean at this point.
Yeah. Plus it's warm out. A lot of the mess gets out of control like during winter when it's cold, when you don't feel like being out here and organizing.
When Ashley doesn't want to, especially because she's the one that cleans up my messes.
Yeah. It's like, who wants to clean when it's like 5 degrees out?
I don't mind working on the house, but I hate cleaning up.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video today, and we really appreciate you guys coming along. We'll have another video coming soon, so until next time, take care.
Bye.